Alright, so a lot has happened around the Eagles in a very short amount of time. If you're only paying attention to the headline names, then you're already behind. There's movement and there's silence where you'd expect noise. And there are a couple of situations that don't look connected at first, but they absolutely are. One of them is the offense and one of them is the defense. And both of them can change how this offseason goes. So let's get it mixing. What's up, guys? I'm going to say this straight up. The Eagles have finally started their move for their search for the offensive coordinator. And somehow the first update made people more confused than relieved. Because yeah, they bought somebody in, that part's fine, but the name just came out of nowhere.
What the hell is going on here?
Zach Robinson was the first confirmed interview for the Birds. Not Monken, not Daboll, not McDaniel, not Stefanski. You heard it first, Zach Robinson. And before anybody wows out, you just need to reset the coaching board. Because a couple of the names that people keep throwing around aren't even available anymore. Todd Monken is heading to the Giants with Harbaugh. And Kevin Stefanski is gone. He is now the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. And it's not surprising that he was already scooped up. A lot of us thought that he already was going to get a position. So if he was your favorite choice because you wanted to run more under center, run first, more play action football, then that option is no longer on the table. Now back to Robinson. Atlanta could move the ball on offense, but really only up into the 20-yard line. Other than that, their offensive efficiency was terrible. Once you get into the red zone, that offense was pretty much non existent. And they all fall apart on third down. And in my opinion, there's no way your offense should play that way if you have Bijan Robinson in your backfield. The team is very shotgun heavy and very little play action. It's pretty much like KP all over again. And that's why people are confused because this roster isn't built for that. We have dynamic players and this is as basic as it gets. When everything lives in a shotgun, there's no creativities and the defense is just bite down.
Know what that means? Licking my chops.
So no, Robinson doesn't feel like a change to me. It's kind of like more of the same. And no, that doesn't mean he's the hire or that he's really a serious candidate. The Eagles at this point are probably just filling out the hiring process. So this interview, I would just say take it with a grain of salt. So now some under the table news that's been going around is that the Giants' Mike Kafka has been interviewed as well. So he's called plays in this league, he's handled NFL game flow, and he's been an efficient part of the play calling. He's also been in real quarterback rooms and has spearheaded development. But do I want him? Absolutely not. If we were taking a swing at anybody in the Giants organization, I want Brian Daboll. But the fact that he can design his own plays is what puts him into a different bucket. Same thing can be said about the coach, Jim Bob Cooter, which was another interview request that the Eagles put out. Not the most attractive candidate, I get it, but he has play calling experience, and for the first half of the year, he had the Colts offense humming until Daniel Jones had his injury. So those names tell you more about direction than Robinson being first. Now let's hit the names that keep coming up into the debate. So first is Charles Weiss Jr. What he brings to the table is he runs a lot of up-tempo offenses. Now I get why in our situation that sounds attractive, but I keep telling myself that the jump in talent is real from college to NFL. NFL defenses are built way different. And the NFL defense is disguised, they bait in any mistake that you make, they'll take advantage of it. And the locker room that we have now has proven that we're already ready to win it. So I'm not sure if Harry Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie will just hand the keys over to an unproven commodity. And that's why the proven NFL names haven't gone away. They're still out there and there's still an opportunity for Philadelphia to sign them. Daboll still fits because he adapts. He coaches mobile quarterbacks to their full potential and he adjusts week to week. Kingsbury is all about spacing and tempo. He's willing to fly fast to the ball, but not willing to take many chances. And not everybody loves that. But it gives the receivers direct roles and more assigned route trees. Kafka sits in the middle of the pack. He brings structure, he brings experience, and he doesn't panic when things doesn't go his way. Right now, I feel that we're in the filling out process. And I'm not sure if we'll get more news about it until the Birds are actually serious about a hire. So after all the news we heard about the offensive coordinator, do I feel concerned? No, not at all. If this drags deep into February, I may feel a little bit concerned.
Can we panic now?
This wraps up once all the head coaching jobs have been filled, and that makes a little bit more sense. So no, Robinson being first doesn't scare me at all. Weiss Jr. being contracted doesn't shock me at all. All that means to me is that right now the right name hasn't actually walked in the room yet, and we're waiting for that opportunity to come around. Now I want to hear from you guys. Do you want to study NFL proven who've done this before, or do you want to roll the dice on someone who's unproven? And if you're Howie, are you hiring for scheme or to keep this locker room aligned? Drop it in the comments below and let me know what you think. Now let's pivot for a second because while everybody was watching the offense, Dallas has been watching the Eagles defense. The Cowboys have requested permission to interview Christian Parker. And I hate the fact that the division rival wants to poach one of our coaches, but honestly, I do get it. Since he's been with us, Parker has been our defensive backs coach and our pass game coordinator. And Philly's secondary took a real step forward under Parker, and his coverage has been the highlight of the Birds defense. Hugh and Cooper DeJean have been some of the best DBs in the league under his coaching, and they even got all pro nods. And Dallas sees that and they're trying to pull him into their building. And in Parker's defense, I get it. No one wants to be a position coach forever. The progression is skill coach, coordinator, then head coach. And Parker definitely deserves it. But I don't see him going to Dallas. If he's looking to leave the Birds for a coordinating job, then I'm sure that tons of offers will be flowing in for his expertise. And right now, I think that it's in our best interest to keep him so that way we don't lose continuity and a strong voice in our locker room. Now Philly's dealing with coaching pressure on both sides of the ball. On the offense, it's finding the right voice to stabilize everything. And on defense, it's holding on to coaches that rivals are actively targeting. And on the offensive side of the ball, this all ties back to A.J. Brown. Because over the last couple of days, there have been multiple leaks suggesting that he requested multiple trades during the season. And it's not like we haven't been here before. At the end of the day, these are all rumors.
The truth shall set you free!
And if there is some truth behind it, I don't think the Birds just cut ties with him. AJ has a huge contract, and if we move him, that's a huge cap hit. But I don't think that it's all about the money. I think it's all about the direction that the Birds plan on going. If AJ sees an offense that actually evolves, he gets the looks that he likes, and the offense flows without the questions week to week, then all the noise begins to die down. This offensive coordinator hire touches everything: the quarterback buy-in, how Hurts will play in the season, receiver morale, and priorities during the draft. Everything going forward depends on this hire. And notice what did get handled quietly. Michael Clay has reached a new deal to stay in Philadelphia after taking an interview with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for their special teams coaching job. I'm glad he's staying, but honestly, I could have taken it or leaving it. The special team play was mid this year, with Brayton Mann being the highlight of the entire team. I question Clay's choices and who he had returning kickoff and punts. So since he's returning, this year he must be better if we want to become a serious contender. So that's where things stand right now. The Eagles have time. They have more than enough time. And they have options. But every move from here starts narrowing the path. Who they hire on offense is going to tell us exactly what kind of team they're trying to be next season. Every interview, every move, every signing. So signing off, this has been the Midnight Green Mafia.